Greetings to you, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good midday, depending on where you are hearing my voice from. Today being the Thursday, 6th of October 2022, I am bringing to you the top headline news that we have for my listeners today. Before I proceed, I would like to remind us our daily routine, how we used to do it. We are going to be taking the news headlines one after the other. Then after that, we will illustrate, expatiate, and coagulate the news, the most one that is so much important to us. So I would like to remind us once again, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like my content, share, invite your brothers and sisters, family and friends to this broadcast. I once again appreciate each and every one of us for all your contributions, immensely trying to make sure that this ministry move to the permanent site. May the Lord Almighty grant all our heart desires. So let's proceed to the news headlines before we can start to illustrate and expatiate the news one after the other. Good morning, my dear lovers of freedom, Biafrans. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to Okute Daily News Roundup of the top news headlines I have for you from Biafra land, from Nigeria, from all over the world. Today being the Thursday, 6th October 2022. Number one on my news list is terrorist releases 23 remaining Abj-Kad train victims 6 months after abduction. What a word. What a word. Number two on my list here is APC governors meet Adamu over presidential campaign council. It will never happen because the presidential candidate of the PDP is nowhere to be found. Number three news on my list is part of the 2023 budget can still be altered before Friday presentation. We're talking by President Muhammadu Buhari. Number four, we have spoken to DSS and the police. Presidency source speaks on alleged secret arrest of obedience. You can find that on Okute Daily News headlines. Number five, we have 2023. Soludo denies working against P2B. Wow. That is a good news to the Biafrans and also good news to the Obidati. Number six on my list is New Post. President Buhari makes fresh appointment. You can find that on Okute Daily Talk News. Then we are going to move to number 8 because number 7 has nothing to do with us. Details of Bajabia Miller's meeting with the President Buhari on ASU strike emerge. We are waiting to hear the emergence of it. Number 9 says Atiku, Ayo, Okowa, Saraki, PDP governors meet. Okay, I hope very soon they are going to resolve the crisis within their party. But I'm not seeing that happening soon because Governor Wike is not ready to back out. The number 10 on my list here is Ethiopian government bans visa on arrival for Nigerians, 41 other countries. Wow, what have they done this time around? Have they committed another atrocities? So my people, we are going to start the way we used to do it. Starting from number 1, the remaining 23 victims kept in captivity after the dreaded terrorist attack on Abj-Kad born train on March 28, 2022 have been released on Wednesday. Niger News understands. Record that scores of citizens were killed and abducted in the attack that happened in Katari, Kaduna State, Nigeria, over 3 months ago. The assailants have released some of the victims earlier while they kept others in their den, making unfriendly demand from the federal government. However, in a statement by the Secretary of the Chief of Defense Staff Action Committee, Osman Yusuf, the hostages were released at about 4 p.m. on Wednesday. You people have to tell us the truth. To stop all these lies they are telling the general public. Just tell us that these people have already got the amount of money they needed. That is why all these ones have to be released. How can you tell me that terrorists abduct or more than 60 passengers in the Kaduna Abuja train attack, and they have been busy making billions of nairas. I think the government hand is involved in all these attacks. If not, how can you come out in the general public and begin to make some silly nonsense statements that have nothing to do with the general public? Tell the public the truth. How much the government have paid, or how much the government have made from these attacks on Kaduna Abuja railway. The development came 6 months after they were abducted, and more than a month after Tuku Mamu, a former negotiator with the captors, were arrested. What about the monies they paid? No one have mentioned it on this news. You people are full of lies, blatant lies. Number 2, we APC governors meet Adamu over presidential campaign council. Can that happen? Where is the presidential candidate of the APC? Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where is him? He is nowhere to be found. I want to meet a presidential campaign council, or whatever you call it. I hope it will never happen soon. Maybe you will have to wait till February 2023 before that could happen, because I'm not seeing that happening soon. The All Progressive People's Congress Party presidential candidates were eluded the Nigerians. They said he went to rest. Sometimes I wonder what kind of sound we have in Nigeria. How can somebody that come out and say he's a senior advocate of the country, what did they call his name? Festus Keyamo. He come on the national TV and with a bunch of lies, telling Nigerians rubbish, not even what they want to hear. Now they are asking now, where is the whereabouts of your presidential candidate? All he can say that they have not noticed about that. He has not noticed about that, right? So you don't notice that he is no more in Nigeria. Probably maybe they have went to clone another Tinubu that will come to rule the country through Femi Adesina and the rest of them. Well, all your plans coming this 2023 will never materialize, because thunder will go fire all of honor. You don't warm up from Ile-Ife. Nonsense set up for people. Yeah, all of you are doing all this due to your own personal interest, not even for the interest of the people, not even for the interest of the 200 million Nigerians out there that is suffering of hunger, dying of starvation on daily basis. I pray, and I pray again that posterity will judge each and every one of you. Governors elected on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC are meeting with the national chairman of the ruling party, Abdullahi Adamu. Nigeria News reports that the governors were led to the meeting by the governor of Plateau State and Director General of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Simon Lalong. In that same news, the meeting, which started at 12 noon, is taking place at the APC National Secretariat, also known as Buhari House in Abuja. Wow. It is understood that the purpose of the meeting is the composition of the Presidential Campaign Council. Among those at the meeting include former APC Chairman Adams Oshomole and members of the party's National Working Committee. Well, I have nothing to tell you people, because you people have already brought shame upon Nigeria and upon the world. During APC administration, respect to the rule of law is zero, inflation is zero, rise of unemployment, economy is zero, insecurity is zero. Yet you people are still warming up for 2023. My prayer is not anything that will happen to all of you. Nothing will happen to all of you that is gathering for this meeting. But all your descendants, your children will never know peace. Because you people have sent all your children abroad, while we that remain in the country are the one suffering the democracy, not even getting the dividends of democracy. We suffered for democracy in our own country, whereby foreigners even have rest of mind more than the indigenes of the country. Ogun, we kill all of una, APC. Number 3, on my list here is the part of the 2023 budget can still be altered before Friday presentation. We have nothing to do with your what do they call it? Your budget, because you budget tomorrow, and the next tomorrow you go and borrow to service your debt. So what is the need of this budget? This budget, you are saying tomorrow you are still going to borrow from China or from IMF, so that the debt will keep piling up on daily basis. So we have nothing to do with this. And another one on our list here is we have spoken to DSS and the police. Presidency source speaks on alleged secret of arrest of obedience. The presidency source on Wednesday denied allegation by the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, stating that some of his supporters were secretly arrested. Of course, it can happen. That is the only country that said they are practicing democracy, but they have no respect for democracy. The rule of law have been forgotten since long ago. The Nigerian News recalled that on Tuesday, Obi had condemned the intimidation of some of his supporters via a statement. However, a presidency source informed Vanguard that all political parties under President Muhammadu Buhari administration have the absolute constitutional and good God-given right to campaign openly and without hindrances. Can we believe this? Look at what happened in Ebonyi State the other day. The supporters just on a peaceful rally to air their view on who they support for the 2023. Governor Mai sent policemen here and there to disperse them and be shooting tear gas, even to the extent of shooting tear gas inside the Church of God. I wonder the kind of law that is guiding all these people in Nigeria. But very soon, all this nonsense is going to stop. Of course, it's going to stop because a new government is coming to take place. Come 2023, either you give it to Peter Obi or you separate the country. Do things, one must happen. If that don't happen, then there will be no Nigeria. That name Nigeria will never be in existence again. The source who spoke on the condition of anonymity said that Obi's assertions were unfounded, and both the Nigerian police force and the Department of the State Service (DSS) had confirmed that no arrests were made. Okay, now can we check your what do they call it? Can we check your cells and your prisons? You cannot, because you know that Peter Obi was right. Number 5 on my list is 2023 presidential election. Soludo denies working against Peter Obi. Let's hear him. Let's hear what he said. Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State has denied claims that he is planning to truncate the ambition of the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. Nigerian News reports that the governor made this known in a statement released by his media head, Christian Aburime, and made available to journalists in Awka on Wednesday. The statement follows a report that Soludo ordered members of the All Progressive Grand Alliance (Apj-Kad) in Anambra to work against Obi at the polls. Wow. Let's continue. According to the report, Soludo charged Anambra Apj-Kad to work against Obi because he was dreaming of the presidency after Atiku Abubakar. It's all right. But in a statement by Aburime, the governor said at no time during the Apj-Kad meeting was Obi mentioned or his presidential ambition discussed. We are moving forward. From there, we are going to jump to number 8 news. We speak about the ones that concerns us, concern our families, concern our children. Number 8 news on my list here says details of Abj-Kad meeting with President Buhari on ASUU strike emerges. Let's hear how the thing emerges and what the Speaker of the House have to tell us. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Abj-Kad, on Tuesday meet with President Muhammadu Buhari over the lingering industrial action of the Academic Staff Union of University, which is ASUU. Abj-Kad led officials of the House of Representatives to the closed-door meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja. Recall that the Speaker had earlier met with the leadership of ASUU, promising to relay their demands to the presidency. Abj-Kad, in the other hand, while addressing the State House correspondent at the end of the meeting, described meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday as very fruitful. Where is the fruitful? You are not making any point here. So I don't see any fruitfulness in this your nonsense meeting. So get out. According to the Speaker, President Buhari, during the meeting, promised to look into the recommendations of the House amid at ending the lingering industrial action after 7 months of strike. Although I greet you now, you are really ruling the country well. Please, let's jump into number 9 news on my list here. Atiku, Ayu, Okowa, Saraki PDP governors meet. Let's hear what they say and how they are going to end this crisis. The candidate of the People's Democratic Party, that is PDP, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, on Wednesday meet with some governors and stakeholders from the Northeast geopolitical zone. Niger News report that Atiku received over 25,000 defectors from various political parties across the state at Abubakar Tafawa Balewa Stadium, Bauchi, before the Northeast consultative meetings. And that same news, those present at the meeting at the multi-purpose hall Bauchi are Bauchi Governor Amadu Umaru Fintiri, former Senate President Bukola Saraki, Sokoto Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwa, former Jigawa Governor Sule Lamido, former Niger Governor Babangida Aliu, former Vice President candidate of PDP Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, National Chairman of the PDP Iyorchia Ayu, and Bauchi Governor Bala Mohammed. Others are Senator Dino Malaye, one of the spokespeople for Atiku presidential campaign, Taraba Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku, Gombe PDP governorship candidate Dr. Mohammed Jibril, Taraba governorship candidate Abu Kefas, Yobu governor candidate Sharif Abdullahi, and Muhammad Ali Jajari, governorship candidate in Borno. So this is all the people that have gathered with their secret meeting. All of these people mentioned, I didn't see anybody from the east other than the PDP governor of Delta State, which is the running mate to Atiku Abubakar. There's no anyone from the north. So what is the agenda of this meeting, if I may ask? Anyway, whatever they are planning, all I know is that PDP is going to fall coming 2023. Believe it or you leave it. So the last but not the least, number 10 on my list here is governors. Oh, sorry to say, Ethiopian government bans visa on arrival for Nigerians and 41 other countries. Hey, have we committed again? Because we keep committing anywhere we go. Or have we borrowed without not paying back? Let's hear what they have to say. Or the reasons here. Nigeria and 41 other African and South American countries have been stripped of visas on arrival in Ethiopia. The reason for the decision is yet to be made public, but the Ethiopian government announced the development in a circular issued on Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. Niger News reports. The frantic action has since thrown doubts over the partnership between Nigeria and Ethiopia, as well as the African giant's rule of reciprocity with regard to both countries, bilateral air service agreement. The circular, made available to newsmen by Ethiopian Airlines, that was titled "No More Visa on Arrival for Nigerian Citizens," stated that the country must obtain visas from the Ethiopian embassy in Abuja before embarking on any trip. So, what happened to the bilateral agreement signed with Nigeria and Ethiopia? Even African country now is banning Nigeria on visa on arrival. Hey, well, things is really getting serious. In these administrations, a lot have happened, and a lot more will still be happened. My only prayer is that may it never affect the Biafrans, because once we get Biafrans, Nigerian passports will be a free visa to almost 115 countries. I am sure of that. You can quote me wrong, then argue with your iPad. My people, I have to stop the broadcast here, as I used to tell my listeners, my fans, and my brothers out there, those who is happy to hear my voice. My broadcast is not always that too long, because I want anyone that start to listen to my broadcast to complete it. I will not make it too long so that it will not be too boring for the ear to listen, or for my able listeners and fans and subscribers to listen. So anytime you go across my content, just know that it's always brief and brief and brief. And that is why I keep on dropping you news as it's used to hot on daily basis. Sometimes I am trying my best to make sure that at least in a day I give my fans and subscribers out there 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 news at least approximately or maximum. So until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk from Okute's Corner. Don't touch the dial. Remember how we used to do it. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. I will see you again. Bye for now. Que mesiano, my people.